used to wait for every maybe, turn silence into something kind. I called your absence patience, just to keep you on my side. I bent myself into excuses, smiled through what didn't feel right. I kept shrinking my needs so yours could feel just fine. I thought staying quiet was strength, but it only made me small. I lowered my expectations, not my voice. I stopped asking for the bare minimum, like it was a choice. I don't need to beg for presents or explain my worth. I lowered my expectations, not my voice. You got used to my understanding, mistook it for permission. Every time I said it's okay, I lost a little conviction. I wasn't asking for perfection, just honesty and time. But you heard my grace as weakness and crossed another line. Love shouldn't feel like self-betrayal. I lowered my expectations and found my price. I stopped asking for the bare minimum, like it was a choice. I don't need to beg for presents or explain my worth. I'm not angry, I'm awake. There's a difference now. I learned that love grows quiet when respect runs out. I lowered my expectations and found my ground. I don't need a shout to be heard. I stand my ground. I'm done shrinking for your comfort, done pretending I had no choice. I lowered my expectations, not my voice. And that's how I left, still gentle, still whole. I painted your smile in colors you never wore in real life. I wrote your laugh into my morning. cover up the quiet strife. I held the version I imagined, like it could become true. But reality moved differently and left me missing you. I realized the dream I chased was never meant to stay. You felt different in my imagination, better than you ever were. I gave love to a shadow and waited for it to stir. You felt different in my imagination, safe and bright, unscarred. I learned love sometimes lives only in the heart. I traced your hands in my mind, held conversations that never came, built a world around your absence and whispered my own name. I knew the truth beneath the fiction, still I lingered in disguise, hoping you'd meet the person I created in my eyes. Every thought was a gentle trap I set myself inside. You felt different in my imagination, better than you ever were. I gave love to a shadow and waited for it to stir. Some hearts can't catch up to what we dreamed them to be. I learned to let the fantasy fade and finally see. You felt different in my imagination, and now I let it go. I love the real imperfect people, even when it hurts I walk the path you mapped for me, learn the lines you wanted sung. I bent my edges, hid my colors, so your story could feel young. I smiled in ways that weren't mine, whispered words I didn't mean, played the part you wrote for me in a script you never dreamed. But the mirror told a different truth, one I could no longer hide. I outgrew setting myself free. I kept the lessons, shared the chains, kept in my heart, let go the pain. I don't need your shadow as my guide. I've learned to stand and claim my sky. Every step away is gentle proof I am larger than your view. I outgrew the version you knew, the one who waited small and still. Growth is quiet, slow and true. It doesn't need applause from you. I've learned to love myself enough to leave behind what's wrong. I outgrew the version you knew, and now I am whole. The girl you imagined is gone. I'm finally in control. We whispered through the cracks, heard hiding in the air. I felt your cold in gestures, and you never noticed there. Our silences were loud enough to echo in my chest, but we kept pretending nothing so our hearts wouldn't rest. We built a world of quiet pain where no one ever stayed. We didn't hurt loud enough to notice, faded in a room of echoes, every glance a quiet war. No one heard us closing doors. We didn't hurt the damage done between the lines. We were ghosts in our own love, invisible signs. I memorized the weight of your sighs, learn to read the space between. You carried distance like a shield, and I carried what you didn't mean. Every step toward each other was shadowed by what we couldn't say. We didn't hurt loud enough to notice, faded in a room of echoes, every glance a quiet war. No one heard us closing doors. We didn't hurt right enough to notice the damage done between the lines. We were ghosts in our own love, invisible signs. Some love is quiet and quiet is cruel. It whispers the endings you never knew. I let go, even if softly. I traced the lines I knew by heart, felt safe in what I'd always seen. But comfort isn't love, I learned when the cracks crept in between. I held on to repetition, mistaking it for devotion, and every familiar gesture became a quiet ocean. I believe that staying meant forever, but forever doesn't come from ease. I mistook familiar for forever, held on to a face, not a flame. I built my trust in what I knew, not in what remained. I mistook familiar for forever, and now I've learned the cost. Love isn't safe, it's wild and true, not the comfort I lost. I counted the mornings side by side, they were empty in disguise. I thought presence was proof of care, until absence opened my eyes. Some things don't hold no matter the years. Some closeness fades, leaving only tears. I mistook familiar for forever, held on to a face, not a flame. The heart learns faster than the mind. Some lessons come too late to rewind. I let go of what felt secure, to find a love that's real and pure. I mistook familiar for forever, and now I see the light. Love isn't comfort, it's alive, and I'll wait for what's right. You said the words I waited years to hear, but by the time they landed, I wasn't near. I built walls around the spaces you ignore. Learn to breathe without you, I restore. Every I'm sorry sounded small, like an echo in a quiet hall. I held my heart like fragile glass and watched your moments come and pass. Some bridges burn before they're crossed, some hearts heal at a different cost. Apologies came too late to land. I was already holding my own hand. I don't need the words I can't trust. I've learned to rise above the dust. Your apologies came too late to land. I found my ground, I understand. Some love isn't built to stay, and I can't make it understand. I replayed your tone, a slight regret, but my heart has learned not to forget. I kept moving while you were still stuck in the past, unable to feel. The timing was never ours to choose, and now I walk away from your rules. Your apologies came too late to land. I was already holding my own hand. I don't need the words I can't trust. I've learned to rise above the dust. Your apologies came too late to land. I found my ground, I understand. Some love isn't built to stay, and I can't make it understand. I forgive myself for waiting for something you could never give. Some lessons arrive quietly, some hearts just need to live. Your apologies came too late to land. I found my voice, I found my plan. I don't need you to hear my skies. I'm whole again, and I realize I built a castle in my mind where every smile felt alive. I traced a story in my thoughts where love could survive. I ignored the cracks in your eyes, the silence that told me more. I clung to the version I dreamed while reality closed the door. I love the shadow of a hope more than the truth I couldn't cope. I love the idea more than the reality. Held on to a dream that couldn't be. I Every word you said, I reshaped to fit the story I desired. I gave my heart to a fiction and lit a false fire. I learned that wishing isn't enough, that hope can't fill empty hands. Sometimes love is just a lesson you have to understand. I loved what wasn't there, and now I breathe the honest air. I love the idea more than the reality. Held on to a dream that couldn't be. I painted you in colors that weren't yours and paid for it quietly. I love the idea more than the reality, and now I'm learning to let it go. Some love lives only in the mind. Some hearts just have to grow. It hurts to see you as you are, not the person I imagined. But healing comes in truth and leaving words imagined. I love the idea more than the reality. Now I choose what's real to me. I let the dream fade quietly and find the love I need to see. I didn't notice the space you left, the small distances that grew. I filled your silence with my patience and thought that's all I could do. I laughed a little softer, I asked a little less. I carved myself into corners so you wouldn't feel the stress. I didn't see the truth arrive until I lost my place inside. I became optional without realizing, a shadow in a room we shared. I gave my all and it was invisible. You never noticed I was there. I became optional without realizing, fading quietly into your life. And now I see the cost of letting my own light hide. Every gesture I made to matter was met with quiet air. I gave myself without return, thought you even cared. I let my needs go unspoken and hoped it wouldn't show. But love that goes unnoticed is the hardest truth to know. The weight of being overlooked taught me to be but now I take my place. I'll be present for someone who sees and never hide my face. I traced the outline of who I was before your shadow touched my days. I lost the girl I knew existed in the corners of your gaze. You walked away without noticing the pieces left behind, and I stayed with half of me, trying to make sense of time. I searched for myself in mirrors, but all I found was your reflection. You left me in the middle of myself, half awake, half asleep. I held the fragments of my heart while the silence ran deep. You left me in the middle of myself, and now I'm learning to be whole. I'm finding the parts you didn't need and giving them control. I whispered to the empty spaces where you used to be, try to fill them with my breathing, but it wasn't enough for me. I learned that love isn't always gentle. It sometimes takes and leaves, but slowly I'm reclaiming all the life you couldn't keep. Every step I take alone brings me closer to my own tone. You left me in the middle of myself, controlled. I am more than the love you wanted, more than the echo of your choice. I'm finding strength in the silence and learning to trust my own voice. You left me in the middle of myself, but now I'm walking through, whole and brave, reclaiming me, a life I always knew was I hold your laughter in my memory, like it's brighter than it ever shone. I fill the empty spaces in between with the warmth I made my own. I soften the edges of your flaws and paint over every scar. I remember the version I wanted, not always who you are. Nostalgia is a dangerous friend. It colors truths we cannot mend. I remember you better than you were, a light I created in my mind. I love the reflection, not the truth. The person I left behind. I remember you better than you were, and maybe that's why I let go. I love the memory, not the hands that never held me so. Your voice is a whisper in the dark. I hear the notes I made up. I gave meaning to the quiet and filled the cracks with love. I let imagination lead me where reality couldn't stay. I carried the version I cherished to be free. I'll honor the love I imagine while embracing reality. We came so close to something real, but never touched the heart of it. I felt the warmth, but not the hold, the words we left unsaid. Every glance a fleeting spark, every laugh a fragile flame. We danced around the edges, never calling love by name. I thought maybe time would bend and show me we could transcend. We almost meant something, almost held the sky, but the stars slipped through our fingers, and we let the night go by. We almost meant something, and I still feel the ache of a love that never fully formed, but I can't unmake. I carried all your almost like treasures in my chest. But closeness without commitment wasn't enough to rest. I dreamed of what could have been and tried to hold it near. But love that isn't given fully leaves only shadowed fear. The heart knows what it's denied, even when the mind complied. We almost meant something, almost held the sky, but the stars slipped through our fingers. used to spell out every feeling, hoping you'd understand. I mapped my heart in gentle words, waiting for your hand. But the questions never came, the curiosity had died, and I realized my explanations were floating in empty skies. But try to make sense of silence, but silence only grew. Every word I offered freely fell like rain on stone. I poured my heart in open lines, but you were never home. I carried hope too long for someone who'd it whispers truth we avoid. I stopped explaining after you stopped asking. I stopped giving pieces that you'd never see. I learned that love needs listening, not just pretending to believe. Some hearts can meet you halfway. Some love can't hear your voice. I found strength in letting go and reclaiming my own stopped explaining after you stopped asking, and now I speak only to me. I'll keep my words for the ones who hear and finally feel free. I sense the distance in your eyes, long before you walked away. I felt the spaces growing wide, the warmth of us decayed. I whispered in a room of ghosts, hoping you'd hear my heart. But the closeness we once held was slowly falling apart. I knew the end before it came. Still I played the part. I felt alone before you left, holding shadows in my hands. I loved a presence that wasn't there, and still I tried to understand. I felt alone before you left, even when you were near. Some love fades quietly before the goodbye appears. I trace the echoes of your voice in memories that didn't speak. I carried all the empty rooms and found the strength to seek a place where I could be whole without the weight of you. I learned that solitude can heal and teach what love can do. Oh, loneliness has its own truth. It whispers what is due. I felt alone before you left, holding shadows in my hands. I loved a presence that wasn't there, and still I tried to understand. Some love dies in silence, some hearts depart unseen, but I'll rise from quiet sorrow and find the space between. I felt alone before you left, and now I know my worth. I'll carry only what's real and heal this heart of earth. I became a different version right under your eyes. I shared the weight of our past and learned to rise. I laughed a little freer, walked a little taller, but you never seemed to notice, never even called my name. I wanted to be seen, not for who I was before. You didn't notice when I changed. I grew quietly in the spaces you left. I became someone stronger, even when you weren't impressed. You didn't notice when I changed, but I learned to love myself anyway. I don't need your eyes to confirm the light I carry today. I found my voice in empty rooms, sang songs you'd never hear. I discovered pieces of my heart I thought I'd lost in fear. Every step I took alone was a gift I gave to me. And though you never saw it, I finally broke free. The world can wait for notice. I'm rising without applause. You didn't notice when I changed. I grew quietly in the spaces you left. I became someone stronger, even when you were impressed. You didn't notice when I changed, but I learned to love myself anyway. I don't need your eyes to confirm the light I carry today. Some love doesn't witness growth, some hearts are blind to light, but I'll honor every version that I became overnight. You didn't notice when I changed, and that's perfectly fine. I carry the strength you never saw, and now the world is mine. You didn't notice when I changed. You didn't notice when I changed. I didn't notice when I changed. And now the world is mine. I held your hand a little longer, hoping you'd stay the same. But love is never captive, and hearts can't bear the chains. whispered words of kindness, even when it hurt to speak. I realized some endings are gentle, not bleak. I gave you freedom, even when I wanted more. I didn't lose you, I released you. Letting go is love, not defeat. I carry grace in my farewell, even as my heart skipped a beat. I didn't lose you, I released you, and found peace in the pain. Sometimes love is letting go to love again. I watched you fade into your path without resentment or blame. I learned that release is courage and closure isn't shame. Every tear I held was honest, every sigh was mine alone. I discovered strength in farewell and claimed the life my own. Love sometimes lives in departure and blooms where hearts are free. I didn't lose you, I released you. Letting go is love, not defeat. It's not surrender, it's understanding. Not a loss, but a chance to heal. I release the past with open hands and cherish all that's real. I didn't lose you, I released you, and now I carry light within. Love remains even in goodbye, and I begin again. I read the signs line by line, felt the story unfold in time. Every chapter, every pause led me here without a cause. I whispered to the empty rooms, learned to love in quiet tunes. Every ending I once feared now comes softly, crystal clear. I trace the path of what must be, and found the peace inside of me. I the memories flow like rain. Learn to hold the joy and pain. Every goodbye taught me to grow. Every tear helped me know I no longer chase what fades, no longer fear the closing shades. I embrace the lessons that remain and welcome life without the strain. I followed every twist and turn and let the wisdom gently burn. I learned the ending. My heart felt every beat at the Some endings whisper, some scream, some are softer than they seem. I've learned